You're going to have to pass the baton to Skinner at some point in the series. It's just a matter of when.
Let's do 2 quick minutes on this. I'll go from Pete to Petey. There is at least a little murmuring that we are seeing that we might see Stuart Skinner in this series for the Oilers, maybe even to begin this series. Pete, I would like your thoughts, and then Petey's.
I think it's crazy. I'm shocked, and we've been in this position before where we've had the discussion like Stuart Skinner has a higher ceiling, so you have to try to make it work with him in net. I just think that he was so bad in round 1 that it is not worth the instability that you might get by having him in there. Pickard has been solid, stable. His ceiling is lower, but his hand is steadier. And I think that you need the steady hand because, like Petey said, this series is probably going to come down to which team makes more mistakes and which goaltender is more likely to make the mistakes in between the pipes. And it's Stuart Skinner. I wouldn't play him.
Well, this is interesting because this is what I said the last time I was on the show is who would you start the next game? And I came out and said you'd start Skinner because you're going to find yourself against the wall if you make a mistake and play Pickard and then you lose. And now what? Well, you're in the same situation with Pickard winning now. Because now you've got Calvin Pickard right now, and let's face it, in this playoffs, he's got an .893 save percentage. He's given up 3 or more in four of those wins, and gave up 5 goals twice. Like, dude's not George Vezina back there right now. And the Edmonton Oilers aren't winning the cup with Calvin Pickard. I like Calvin Pickard. I think he's a great teammate. I think he's a great number 2. I really like him. He's done the things he's needed to do for now. The LA Kings were 14th in goals for during the regular season. The Vegas Golden Knights are 5th. Vegas has the 4 lines that can roll, and they are going to be punishing in the blue paint. They're driving the net 5-on-5, and they're driving the net off of the rush. They're going to be very hard to defend in front of the net, and I don't know if Calvin Pickard can do that for 7 games. So having said that, he's going to have to start game 1. You have no choice. Like, he's the guy that won and got you there. Calvin Pickard is going to have to start. You're not going to win this series with Calvin Pickard. You're going to win this series on the back of Skinner. And I hate to say it, but Pickard's a backup. And I know guys don't want to be delineated as a backup or not backup. Dude gave up 4 and 5 goals in the series 3 times in the last 4 games. He's not ready for this. Stuart Skinner's been there. You're going to have to pass the baton to Skinner at some point in the series. It's just a matter of when.
I think that you have to start Pickard to begin the series, and I think that Pickard and Skinner were both bad in the first round, and Pickard was in net when the Oilers started to play a little better defense, and that let Pickard level out, and by the end of the series, I felt good about Pickard. At no point did I feel good about what was happening when Skinner was in net, so I understand Pickard has to be the guy to start. I wouldn't say definitively that they can't beat the Knights with Pickard in net, but I agree that if you're going for the thing that they did last year against Vancouver, which is like, if we're making a run, what does our roster look like? If they have that mindset, then at some point I think Skinner becomes the guy. Maybe, though, you wait until you get home, because unless Pickard stinks in game 1, I think that you give him the first 2 games. But we shall see. It looks like he will be the guy to begin the series, but we're just seeing far more rumblings and far more murmurings about the possibility of Skinner than I would have expected. I would have thought they would say, like, it's clearly Pickard's net now, and we'll go from there. But I don't think either goalie has been good enough this year to definitively have the net going forward.
We all silly like the mayor.